Hey everybody, Jessica Levinson in for Harry. I'm a professor at Loyola Law School and host of the podcast Passing Judgment. So today I want to talk to you about defamation law again, but this time not involving journalist E. Jean Carroll, not involving former President Trump. This case instead involves Representative Maxine Waters, a Democrat from Southern California. So this case deals with the 2020 election. Maxine Waters, an incumbent who was reelected, was running against Joe Collins III, a Republican. And she said during the campaign that she thought or heard and believed that he was dishonorably discharged from the Navy. In response, Collins posted on his Facebook page an apparently official document indicating that he was not, in fact, dishonorably discharged from the Navy. Now, that's not the end of our story. In this case, Maxine Waters had some reasons to be kind of dubious of Collins. He had alleged that he ran a basically cocktail lounge from his on-campus apartment that he valued at $100 million. He had, at a different time, valued his birth certificate at $100 billion. He's kind of an interesting character, let's say, to say the least. And so there were some reasons why maybe Maxine Waters didn't think that he was particularly trustworthy. And maybe even more to the point for this suit, there had been a filing in a different unrelated suit where Collins had basically sued the Navy asking that they, quote, change something. I think that was the quote, that they change something to indicate that he was honorably discharged. And that gave her some indication that maybe he was dishonorably discharged. All of which is to say, there's basically facts on both sides. He did post an official looking document that indicated that he was not dishonorably discharged. And then we have some facts on the other side. Now, Collins sued Waters during the campaign, and she was defending against that suit. She had the suit thrown out at the trial court level. He appealed, and just last week, a California appellate court said, no, actually, the trial court was wrong, and this case can move forward. And here's the reason why. Defamation cases, when it comes to public figures, and when it comes to a public figure as the defendant, rely on the plaintiff proving something called actual malice. So a plaintiff, in this case Collins, has to prove that there was a false statement. It was a false statement of fact. It caused him reputational harm, and it was made with actual malice. Now, what does actual malice mean? It doesn't mean that Waters had ill intent towards Collins. It means that she either knew what she said was false or she recklessly disregarded the falsity. In this case, the fact that she didn't really look at apparently that document he posted on his Facebook page to see if it was an official document, if she should believe that document, that is enough at this stage in the case to indicate that the defamation suit against her can go forward, according to this appellate court. Now, it doesn't mean that Maxine Waters loses. It just means that the case against her can go forward. And what does this mean more broadly for other cases, for other situations? Well, it reminds politicians, it reminds candidates that they're on notice, and that certainly people embellish the truth during political campaigns, and they do more than that. But if certain statements become defamatory statements, then there can be a lawsuit, and those lawsuits can actually lead to damages and punishment. Typically, we're very, very concerned about punishing any type of political speech, but we also understand that people should be able to vindicate themselves from statements about them that are false and that lead to reputational harm. And that's why we have defamation. That's why defamation suits can go forward in these cases. So we have the desire to protect people's reputation and the desire to make sure that we, the voters, don't have disinformation. On the other hand, we have a really strong, robust First Amendment tradition, and that's what we're balancing in this case. And we'll bring you more on the case as it comes forward.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.